Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. Let's see, I think this is my 5th year doing this program, and how many years is it for you, Mr. Wood?
29.
Yes. So, one of the things that has stayed the same, I think Mr. Wood can agree, through all of the 29 years of this program, is that each and every one of you in this room are very, very important, and we cannot replace any of you. So safety is the most important thing. So we're here to talk about some safety tips to help keep you and your neighbor next to you on both sides and your classmates in your class. It's here to keep everybody safe, even your teachers. Your teachers can take these safety tips to help keep them safe. So I like group participation, and I think it's early enough in the morning that maybe some of you might still need to wake up a little bit. So I'm going to ask at the count of 3, and I'll count it out, that everybody can say the number that you call if you need help from a police officer, a firefighter, or the ambulance. The count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. 911 is the number that you call if you or anybody needs help. Now, the person that you're going to talk to is called a dispatcher. Now, they're one of many trusted adults that I see in this room, and we'll talk more about trusted adults in a little bit. But the dispatcher is going to ask you some questions. They're going to ask you your name. They're going to ask you where you are. They're even going to ask you your phone number. And they're going to ask you your phone number because if your phone gets disconnected or your cell phone loses connection, they want to be able to call you back. Another thing that the dispatcher might ask you is a description of someone. So if somebody comes up to you while you're on the playground, gives you that uh-oh feeling in your stomach, or maybe scares you a little bit, the dispatcher is going to want to know who to send the police to look for. So a description is just a fancy word for what somebody looks like. So Mr. Wood's going to be my example. We're going to go through as a big group and go through a description of Mr. Wood. And I'm going to change things up. Usually I like to go head to toe. I'm going to go feet to head, just to change things up a little bit. So we're going to start out on Mr. Wood's shoes. So we can see that there is 3 colors. I'm going to say 2 of the 3, and I'm hoping the big group can say the 3rd one. So there's blue and there's silver on Mr. Wood's shoes, but I'm leaving out the main color of his shoes. At the count of 3, we're going to say it as a group. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. So, Mr. Wood's shoes are white, blue, and silver. Moving up to his pants. At the count of 3, can we say the color of Mr. Wood's pants? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I heard a few different answers, which the answers that I heard are all correct. I heard blue, I heard blue jeans. Did you hear anything else, Mr. Wood?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay. Light blue? And the wonderful thing about descriptions is that what you see and your classmate right next to you sees can be 2 different things, because it's what you see, it's what you describe. Moving upward to Mr. Wood's shirt has one of my favorite characters on it. At the count of three, let's all say the character on Mr. Wood's shirt. 1, 2, 3. Exactly, Sam I Am from Green Eggs and Ham. Do you like green eggs and ham?
I do, actually.
Okay.
I made green eggs, but that's another time.
So, another description that you could say about Mr. Wood's shirt is the color of it. So I see blue, but I also could say, depending on, let's say I'm over here, it actually looks more gray than blue. So that's where descriptions can be different. We're describing the same person, the same clothes, but depending on where you are in the room, it can change the color. Mr. Wood is also wearing something under his shirt, a long sleeve sweatshirt to help keep him warm because it's still cold out until later when it's supposed to get warm. At the count of 3, can all of us say what color that long sleeve sweatshirt is? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I heard navy blue, I did hear dark gray, black. So, all right, so again, all of those colors are correct. If I'm looking for Mr. Wood, and just as a recap, if we say I'm looking for someone with white shoes, blue pants, a blue shirt with Sam I Am on it, and maybe even the dark sweatshirt, I know already who I'm going to at least talk to. There might be another person wearing similar clothes to Mr. Wood, but I would doubt that. So, last but not least, well actually no, there's 2 more things. We're going to go with what's on Mr. Wood's head. Okay, exactly. So, there we go, very good. So a navy blue hat. You could go into more detail or go more descriptive on the hat and saying that it has yellow writing and that there is a silver boat on it. Now the last thing that Mr. Wood is carrying. A bag. Exactly, very good, very good.
What's in the bag?
Very good, everyone. So we said a bag. I heard Wegman's bag. And you could go even further about the bag and say that it has vegetables on it. You could even say what kind of vegetables. I see tomatoes, peppers, squash, radish, lettuce, corn. I think that's everything. What's that? So, and the last thing on the bag is the barn in the background. You could even say that there's a barn on the bag. So, one of the things that can change about Mr. Wood, if you talk to him and then he walks away from you, is he could drop the bag, or he could even take off his hat. Which then we could say, the count of 3, what color hair is Mr. Wood on Mr. Wood's head and the color of his mustache? The count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. I did hear 2 colors. I heard gray and I heard white, which are both very good descriptive colors to talk about Mr. Wood. Now, am I forgetting anything, Mr. Wood?
No, I don't believe I'm forgetting anything. Mr. Wood is an older person. And something I learned a very long time ago is how very, very important you students are. And that's the truth. The people in the back are important. The people on this side are important. the people on that side are important, and the people in front are very, very important. So we made up a safety plan that if you ever get that uh-oh feeling in your tummy, in your stomach, like you're a little worried or you're a little scared, trust your feelings. It's very, very important to trust your feelings. You ever get that uh-oh feeling, trust your feelings. And this is the plan. If somebody comes up to you and gives you that uh-oh feeling, the first thing you do is you say no in a loud voice, and then you go get away from that person right away. And then you tell. Who are you going to tell? A trusted adult. I see lots of trusted adults in this room. And then you keep telling until somebody listens to you. Because the trusted adult may be busy. So you keep telling. And then you tell right away. This is sign language. It really is for right away. So if you ever get that uh-oh feeling, trust your feelings, and you say no real loud so somebody can hear you, and then you go get away from that person. And then you tell a trusted adult and keep telling till somebody listens to you, and you tell right away. Don't wait after school, don't wait after lunch, you tell right away. Thank you very much.
Now this is the fun part of our presentation. For those of you that have seen it before, you might remember the videos that we're going to watch. So, the nice thing about this video is that the safety tips haven't changed, and for those of you that have seen it, you might have forgotten something from the video. So this is a nice review. And for those of you that haven't seen it before, make sure you're listening very, very closely, because there's some very important tips. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch all of the videos all together. Then, after the last video, Mr. Wood and I are going to come back and we're going to talk about each of the safety tips. So make sure we have those awesome listening ears open, which I know you do, and make sure we're watching closely to the screen. What to do when you're approached by a stranger while on your bike.
Excuse me, young lady, but could you help me find my puppy?
What would you do? No! Grandpa!
I'm busy right now.
Mom! What happened? Maybe I something. Let's call 911. Drop everything and run to a trusted adult right away. Keep telling until someone listens.
What to do when you're approached by a stranger in public.
Hey, look at all this nice stuff. I got candy and kittens in my car. Come with me.
What would you do? No! A man tried to get me to go with him.
Where?
Over there!
What do you look like?
He was wearing a green hoodie, and he had light skin and gray hair.
Better call 911.
Wherever you go, always stay together. Use the buddy system. It works.
What to do when you're approached by a stranger in a vehicle.
Hey, come on, get in the car. Your mom's sent me to pick you up.
What would you do? No! It started on the end. I tried to get me in the car. We better call 911.
you call 911?
Yes, we did.
What happened?
I tried to be in a car.
What did he look like?
He had, there was one man that had on and he had a book on.
You did the right thing by calling 911.
First thing, took a big step back. Second thing, run the opposite way the car is heading.
What to do when you're home without a parent and the phone rings?
What are you going to do if you're home alone and the phone rings? You can let the phone go to voicemail, or if you do answer, always say your parents are busy. Hello? No, they're busy right now. Would you like to leave a message?
What to do when you're home without a parent and the doorbell rings?
To be safe, what do you do? Look out windows, see who it is. Never open more about adult.
All right, in our last video, what to do when you're going online, either social media or gaming.
To be safe, ask your parent first. Mom, can I play on the Xbox? Yes, be safe.
Hey, I love this game, don't you? What's your name? Maybe I can come over and play sometime. Where do you live?
What should I do? Tell a trusted adult before talking online. Never answer any questions without permission from a trusted adult first. Be sure not to give out any information about you, your family, or school.
All right, so now's the time where we're going to go over those videos. So Mr. Wood, do you want to talk about that first video?
Yes, I do. Did we all see the girl on the bike? Yeah, she got that uh-oh feeling. She did when somebody came up and asked her that she didn't know, and she did something very, very smart. She said no in that loud voice, and she dropped her bike, and she ran home, and she told a trusted adult, which was her grandpa. But grandpa was busy, and I think he was a little grumpy too. So she did the right thing. She kept telling, and she told her mom, and they called 911. Now, I don't care if it's a baseball glove. I don't care if it's a book bag. I don't care if it's a bag of groceries. You drop everything and run away and tell a trusted adult. We can buy a new bag of groceries. We can buy a new baseball glove or a book bag. We can get that girl a new bicycle. We cannot get a new you. You are too important, and that's the truth. Really, really. Thank you very much.
Now our next video, if you remember, was the two young girls at the grocery store. One of them was looking at the cakes that were on display, and a stranger came up to her, asked her if she wanted to go outside because he had candy and kittens in his car. I think he was trying to trick her, and so did her friend. Her friend came up to her, and both of them together said no in that loud voice, and they went and told a trusted adult. But the important thing is that they paired up, just like what Mr. Wood and I just did. When you use the buddy system, you're always safer. Doesn't matter if you're a police officer, a teacher, or even all of you students. I'm sure your teachers use the buddy system when they pair you up and leave the school to go anywhere, or even the classroom, because no matter your age, you are always safer using the buddy system, right, Mr. Wood?
Yep. Even old people are safer when you use the buddy system. So use the buddy system. Did you see the next one where the truck pulled up? It was kind of like an SUV or something like that, and it was blue. And they said, "Hey, get in the car. Your mom sent me." That boy had that feeling in his tummy, and he knew that the mom didn't send him, so he said no. And the next thing he did was take a big step back. If it's a car or a van or a truck, always take a big step back away from the vehicle. And then he ran the opposite way that the car was going. Now, I want you to point to the opposite way. If Mr. Wood is driving this way, which is the opposite way? Very good. Yeah, that way. Or if Mr. Wood is driving this way, which way is the opposite way? Very, very good. Because you can turn around faster than the car can turn around. Okay? You can turn around. And if school is open, go right back to school and tell a trusted adult. Thank you.
Good. So, the next two videos that we saw, we're going to talk about together, because they're very similar. It's what to do when you're home without a parent, and either the phone rings or the doorbell rings. First, we'll talk about if the phone rings. So if your parents happen to be outside doing lawn work and they leave their cell phone inside the house, and they say, if my phone rings, your parents might even tell you, don't answer my phone if it rings. But if your parents give you permission, they say, yes, I'm expecting a phone call, can you answer it for me? And then just tell the person, most importantly, that your parents are busy and they will call them right back. But if your parents say, don't answer my phone, you let it ring anyway, because the person can always leave your parents a message. They don't need to know that you're home alone, right, Mr. Wood?
Absolutely. Your parents are busy. If you ever answer the phone, only tell them that your parents are busy and they will call you back. Because if they're cutting the lawn, they're busy.
Yep.
If they're doing laundry, they're busy. If they're changing your baby brother or sister, they're busy. Only say that they're busy. Don't tell them anything and they'll call them back.
Now, I really like the next video when if someone comes to the door and you're home alone and they ring the doorbell. The young girl in the video did, I think, the best thing that could be done. First, she looked like she was doing her homework at the dining room table, so kudos to her for doing her homework with her parents not there. But she heard the doorbell ring, and she did a quick peek. She went to the closest window and did a quick peek outside to see who it was at the door, to get that description of the person. If it's someone you don't know and your parents are upstairs, you might yell to them and say, hey, there's this person at the door, and your parents are going to ask you, what do they look like? So then you can tell them what they look like. Right, Mr. Wood?
Absolutely. I have a favorite saying. Is it okay?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay. Always check before you open the door. That means check with a trusted adult or check out the window with a quick peek to see who it is. So check before you open the door. Thank you.
Now the last video, and I think there's going to be a lot of the students in this room that really like this last one, just like I like the last video, because I enjoy playing video games, and I'm sure there's many of the students here in this room that enjoy playing video games. So I think it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're with your parents and you're playing video games, always ask your parents if it's okay to play the video games, because your parents want to keep you safe. just like the young boy did in the video. Before he played Xbox, he asked his mom if it was okay. And she said, yep, be safe. So he started playing the game, and just like most, if not all the games now, you can talk with other players of the games. The young boy did a very, very important thing. When another player started talking to him, asking him questions, giving him that uh-oh feeling in his stomach, he didn't say anything. And he ended up going and telling his mom, and they stopped playing the game. That's one of the important things. No matter who you're playing video games with, if they're asking you questions that give you that uh-oh feeling in your stomach, or you don't want to tell, you don't have to. You can always unplug your headset or take your headset off and just keep playing the game, right, Mr. Wood?
Absolutely. You tell them nothing. Don't tell them where you go to school. Don't tell them if you have brothers or sisters. Don't tell them who your friends are. Don't tell them if you play soccer or any sport. Tell them nothing. Because if they say and try to trick you, oh, I'm a friend of yours, well, if they're your friends, they already know who you are, and they already know what school you go to. So tell them nothing, and tell a trusted adult if somebody's asking you personal questions, don't answer them. Thank you.
All right. So now we have, it's a homework assignment. Some of you might remember it, but for those of you that don't, I always like to have fun homework assignments. So I like to color, so that's one portion of it. So I'll talk about, there's safety tips on one side. So everything that Mr. Wood and I went over, along with the videos, is on this sheet of paper. I'm hoping that tonight, that you, if your teachers send it home with you today or tomorrow, that you take it home and show your parents. And you go over these safety tips with your parents. Because this might even help out and keep your parents safe as well. But to get back to the coloring portion, that's my favorite portion. We have our trust tree. We have owls in our tree, and we actually have two safety superheroes. So some of the owls are filled in. I have a teacher, I have a firefighter, and I have a police officer. But there's other owls that need to be filled in. And you can put any trusted adult that you have in your life right now on the line with the owls. Then you can color it in. Color the tree any color you want. You can color the owls anything you want. You can even color the safety superheroes any color that you want. And as kind of a little added bonus, you can even name the safety superheroes. So you can give them a special name, or you can even name them after maybe one of your teachers. But once you're done going over all the safety tips with your parents and then coloring the other side, I would like you to bring it back and show your teacher the good work that you did with this. And I've left enough junior police officer sticker badges with your teachers so that they can give them out to all of the students that complete this special assignment. Then, as you're walking around the school, if your classmates are wearing the sticker, you'll know that they remember the safety tips. And they're a safety superhero themselves, because everybody that follows these tips and shares these tips are safety superheroes. Right, Mr. Wood?
Absolutely. You are very, very important. Follow these safety tips so you can be a safety superhero. Thank you.